this is Andrew Porter, Unit 4 Software Engineer. We have some updated information. I'm here with Yenny. She might be asking me some questions, but chances are she probably won't, so we're just going to get right into it. Like we were discussing in the previous videos about the three-state problem, 3 is out, 4 is in. Now we have a 4-state problem. I think I mentioned before that there might be a 4th state, but we didn't quite know what it would be. But we just figured it out, so we're going to get that information out to you as quickly as possible, which is now. So let me describe the original 3-state problem, and then we'll just tack on the 4th one so everyone knows what we're talking about. So let's say this side of this diagram is your agent, and then this side is Wanda. You could have a statement that comes from the user, which is invalid, or you could have one that comes back is valid, which means your agent understands it or your agent doesn't. And then the same thing goes for Wanda. So if both Wanda and your agent don't understand in the 3-state problem, this would be called invalid. Pretty straightforward. Now, if your agent doesn't understand, but Wanda understands, we call this one unknown. And this may have been a little bit confusing, but this will be less confusing soon. So then we have a different state. It's called, well, if it's invalid for Wanda and it's valid for your agent, we would just usually call this valid. Now this would be like if you have, if you're asking for an int or a long or a boolean, yes or no. Wanda's obviously not going to really be able to do anything with that, because if you just type in yes to Wanda, she should probably just kind of ignore you, because that doesn't really mean anything. So this brings us to the 4th state, which is here, which is Wanda knows what it is and it's valid for your agent. Then you might be wondering, how does that happen? Well, we have a new, well, we don't have a new prompt, but we have a prompt called prompt string, which would be like you said, what was the reason for this purchase? So you're waiting for a string. It's just an open field, so that means that you're just looking for a string and one is looking for whatever. And let's say the user decides to write, I want to do my timesheet as a reason for the reason for the purchase, which is kind of a weird thing to do, but sure, people can do that. So that means it's both valid for Wanda, because Wanda knows how to handle that. There's another timesheet agent, and your agent is just looking for a string. So that brings us to a new state we're calling known. So personally, I find this to be very nice, because now everything's balanced. You got invalid, invalid, you got known, unknown, and known, and this makes complete and total sense now. So this is the new state, so you might be wondering, well, what am I supposed to do now if it comes back as known? Well, you can treat known things in the same way that you treat valid things, but to be most helpful to your users, what you should be doing is you should basically be confirming whether or not you wanted to do, if that was your answer to the question, or if you actually wanted to do something else. That'll just make it easier. It'll be nicer for the users to interact with your agents that way. But so there's documentation that's written about this. It's already been added to the code. If you get the latest Bot Builder NuGet packages, then you should have that in there. That should be as of version 2.0.77 most likely, or maybe 7.8. I didn't actually check the NuGet version, but should be around there. But yeah, so now it's no longer a 3-state problem, it's a 4-state problem. So that brings us to invalid, valid, unknown, and known. That should be about it. Thanks for your time. Bye.